Hi, I'm Giacomo. When I find an interesting article on the web, I noticed it's often not enough to just read the article. And so I developed a process to internalize and really learn the key ideas or even the details from the article. And this helps me be more creative, make better decisions, solve problems effectively, and have better conversations with my friends. And this is because I can recall the information from the article and I can connect them to other ideas in my mind. And in this video, I'm going to detail this process for you. The first step is to give it a quick read, to skim the article. I'm busy as everyone, I'm building an app, I'm building a company, and I want to make sure it's worth it before spending more time on this specific article. And this also serves a second purpose where I build a mental map of the structure of the article and I know what the key ideas are and what each section talks about. If I decide that I want to invest more time in the article, the second step is to go through it slowly while taking little notes and creating flashcards for spaced repetition and active recall. The past few years I've been using Anki for that, but then with a friend we developed an alternative that's a bit nicer to use and fits better this kind of workflow. The name of this app is Rember, and the key concept that it introduces is the RAM. And the RAM is just a little note plus some flashcards. As I go through the article, I create RAMs, and the way I do it is either by copying and pasting literal highlights from the article or by summarizing key points that the author is making and writing the notes myself. As I create these little notes, I also create flashcards, and Rember makes it easy by having a generate card button that uses AI LLMs to generate a question and answer card for me. I've been using Anki and spaced repetition systems for years, and I developed a little bit of a taste for what a good flashcard looks like. And often what the AI generates, it's not enough for me, so often I tweak either the question or the answer, or I write it myself from scratch if I'm not satisfied. The act of creating these RAMs, these little notes, these flashcards, is useful in itself because it's a way for me to pay more attention to what I'm reading in the article. But the benefits don't stop here, because later I'll be able to review the flashcards with spaced repetition, helping me really internalize over time and really digest the key ideas or even the details that I'm studying from the article. But in the article, there are so many ideas that the author presents, so how do you decide for which ones to create flashcards? Here again, there's a few strategies that I use. Sometimes an idea really stands out while I'm reading. It really surprises me. And in those cases, I immediately create a RAM for it and therefore some flashcards. Some other times, maybe there's a long section where the author is making a point by using lots of words, so there's no particular phrase or highlight that really stands out, but really the whole thing, the whole section is what I want to remember. In those cases, what I do is that I create a summary. Sometimes I even use ChatGPT for that. I just paste the whole thing in ChatGPT and ask it for a summary. And then the summary becomes the little note of the RAM, and then I can create flashcards. When the author presents an idea which I'm not sure whether I want to internalize it or not, I tend to create the flashcard for it. And the reason is that later, in the following days during my review sessions, I can go and pause that RAM, those flashcards, if I'm not interested in them. And if I am interested in them, well, I'll just keep reviewing them. So this is step 3. I like to review my flashcards immediately after I'm done with the article. This really helps me immediately spot if there are any things that I think I understood, but I really didn't. And so I might go back to the article and spend more time thinking about those ideas to make sure I really understand them before memorizing them. I usually go through this process at my desk. So when I'm done reading the article, I like to walk around a little bit, and often I'll just review my flashcards on my phone in a more, let's say, relaxed setting. The final step in the process is to come back and review the flashcards in the following days, weeks, and months. This is the most rewarding step of the process. You'll see how much you'll be able to remember, and you'll connect the ideas from the articles with other ideas. You'll see them from new and different angles. You notice how much you would have missed out by just giving the article a single and quick read. So this is the end of the video. I hope it was helpful. Rember is still a work in progress. We are now improving the AI generation feature. We are generating multiple flashcards in one go from the Rember. And we're also planning on including the source article directly in Rember so that the AI has more context to work with. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you're looking forward to. Rember is still in an early stage, so any kind of feedback is super welcome and can really help us shape the product. Have a good one. Cheers.